Today we're going to talk about funding an IRA. So let's start with the basics. So what is an IRA? So it's an individual retirement account. Um, you have a couple of choices, right? Depending on your employer, they may offer a 401k, 403b, or some type of retirement plan in that category. If they do, contribute to that up to the match. If your employer does not offer one of those retirement plans, you can open up your own. And this is an individual retirement account that you can open up for yourself. Talking to the younger generation, when you talk retirement, they're like, "Oh, this is years from now." But one day you'll be my age and you'll be ready for planning for your retirement. But you want to get ahead of that in your 20s and start funding these accounts so you can have financial freedom, not retirement, okay? So in looking at that, funding your IRA, there are a couple of brokers, companies that you can work with: Fidelity, Schwab, Vanguard. But you can look it up, right? How can I open up an IRA? Which institutions is the best? And open up that account. You can contribute up to $7,000 per year, $8,000, I think, if you're over the age of 59. But check the requirements on that one. So one, you want to fund an IRA, right? You can transfer money from your bank account to this IRA account. But the reason why I'm doing this video is because it doesn't stop there. If you just transfer money to an IRA, it's going to sit there in like a bank brokerage account, and you'll get low percentage interest on that money. So what you want to do, which is the two-step process, is not just fund that IRA, but you want to invest that money. So for my folks that does not want to get into buying individual stocks, with the IRA is vast, right? You can buy stocks, bonds, treasuries, you name it. You can buy it in an IRA. But I'm going to keep it simple for you, because that's what Mental Money is about: breaking it down, simplicity. So there's two ways you can fund it that I'm recommending if you want to be hands-off, right? One is with an index fund. Index fund, like following the S&P 500, the Standard & Poor's 500. Those are the top 500 U.S. companies in our nation, right? Those companies work, trade, do commerce around the world, right? So the S&P 500 is averaging greater than 10% return on your money. That means every dollar that you invest, you're getting 10 cents. That's a pretty heck of a return to get back, right? So that's one. So investigate an S&P 500 index fund for your IRA. And if you don't know how to do it, call the broker. They'll hook you up. The other option is target date funds, and you heard me talk about this before. So you can invest in a target date fund in your 401k, 403b, in your IRA. All you need is the access to that financial vehicle. So let's say your retirement time frame, and it'll say target date fund. So you want to look up what age you would be, what year would you be retiring. So around 60, 65. So just add that up and figure out what target date fund you need to fund. But like I said, if you just don't know, just call a broker and they can hook you up with the target date fund name. And you can continuously invest that way. You can invest bi-weekly, every time you get paid, every time you want to deposit. Me personally, I contribute every time I get paid. I have a set amount already transferred from my checking account to the IRA, and then from there I have a periodic contribution to the S&P 500. I'm just telling you how I do it. So that's what I wanted to explain to you today. Me personally, I like the automation of it all. Not contributing just periodically or when you feel like it. I like contributing every time I get paid. It's easier, it's simplistic. You don't have to think about it, but then you do have to set up the transfer to that fund. So either one that I was talking about, or both, up to you. All right, hook you up with a Bible verse, Proverbs 21:20. The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down. All right, thank you. Have a good day.